Okay, today we're going to learn how to do basic research on heaps features by applying basic logic and rudimentary lookup schemes. Step 1. Open heaps source code. Well, I already have it open. Step 2. Think of the logical tiers to search for. In this example, I'm gonna look up three things: how to control 2D aspect ratio and scaling, how to change background color, and does PBR support emissive materials. I don't really have a definitive answer on the last one, but we'll get to that. This is what I see in his chat all the time, and it annoys me because it takes no time to find what you're looking for. So, scale mode, background color, and emissive materials. It's not hard to find, and let's continue. Think of the logical terms to search for. So, let's start with the scale mode. Actually, no, let's start with background color because it's the easiest one. Logical terms. How to set background color of the screen, of the window. That's easy. Go to search. It already remembered background color. We're here. Okay, interactive is not what we want because, well, it's interactive. It's not entire screen background color. Scene. It only references. We already found what we want. CTX engine background color. Reference to engine. But not, let's not go the hard route because I'm gonna cover this. Text input, no. Base component, no. Engine. Background color. That's it. You found it. That's it. Here. Okay. This is step 3. Search for those terms. We did it. Step 4. Sift the results. We did it. Search done. Now, onto scale mode. Let's apply same steps. So, zoom to fit and all the stuff. Where can it be found? Because let's say we didn't find anything on the step 2, 3, and 4. Like aspect. Well, actually, it does find because documentation. But let's find we didn't find anything. We don't have proper terms. Let's think of where it can be found. So we already found background color. We know that engine is the base of everything. Yeah. Let's find it. Let's find outline. There seems to be nothing that can control the window size, the scaling of the window. Second thing, it's probably in the window class, because where else would it be? But because window class is not really resizable from the get-go, it's only readable, we can't control it. Next, where can you find it? In the scene. And as soon as we open it, the second class, scale mode, we already found it. But let's pretend we didn't see it. We scroll through the outline. Again, scale mode. Again, scale mode. We found it. We look at what it does, where it's used. Example, zoom. What values it have, and we found it. It took no time. It would take a bit more time for people who are not as familiar, but you still can find it pretty fast without writing to chat and waiting for someone to actually answer. It might take even less time than this. Usually it will take less time than this. So this is basic lookup. Now, does it support emissive? Does PBR support emissive materials? Huh. First thing, emissive. Oh my. We already have emissive. A lot of hits on emissive. We even have a reference to emissive shader. What does emissive shader take? Well, it's just a uniform parameter. That's it. So answer is yes, it does support emissive. Wow, this was hard. The proper answer probably gonna be to look up where to find this emissive without all these props and stuff. But when you edit in 3D, you're probably gonna use hide, and with hide you can set emissive in the editor, so you should use props. A lot of hits on emissive. So we already answered all three questions. Where to find stuff and does it support? Now, second thing that people have issues with is how does something work? Like something like how does a name work? How does I don't know how HTML text work? How graphics work? How I don't know flow works? And again, it's not that hard. Like, why does my files don't work? Why res throws an error of init xxx? This happened. It has not found anything. There were questions why init xxx doesn't work. Yeah, found it. Yeah. And it's not hard to find. Okay. Your main lookup is 4 places. Go into manual and wiki. This, oh my god, my eyes, they're burning. So, it's not big, but if it's resources, yes, we found resource management. And it has comprehensive explanation of how do you use resource management, including even features like live update, or target specific quirks, or how to build pack files, how file system work, how to init stuff. That's it. By the way, don't use init embed on JS. This is a bad idea. It embeds as base 64. This is a bad idea. You're gonna bloat your JS file and gonna lag. You don't want this. Use pack or any other localized file system. Don't use embed. You're gonna suffer. Don't. So, second, you can check out API docs. API docs is not really good. What can I say? As you can see, H3D is barely documented, HXD is barely documented, H2D is apparently documented. That's good. So you can find it here or extremely outdated on Heaps.io because for some reason Kanasiak can't update it. Let's see. Oh, no, he didn't update. So coverage of H2D specifically. If you're working with 2D, check out API docs. I did a lot of work to cover it. I tried, and I hope it provides a lot of insight on how some specific stuff works, because I did try to mention quirks. For example, let's go to filter. All of this, like that, how after bounds work, how bounds extends work, how get bounds work, how scaling work, how scale mode affects it, and how it's clipped for viewport. All of this is mentioned. because it's quirk. It's not plainly obvious. I tried to cover it. And that's about it about second step. Check out API docs. You check out docs. That's it. Third place you need to look up how stuff works is samples. There's a lot of samples. They're not all very good. Like Tilet is garbage. Thank you, go away. How text widgets work. How stencil works. How shaders work. You can find a lot of information in these samples. They're not very commented, but they're pretty descriptive. And last one is using IDE capabilities. I already showcased it. Search. We did the search, and as I mentioned, we take back to this. It references background color. Right click, go to definition, F12, or Control click. That's it. You can navigate your code with this, and you can find how stuff work. Like, for example, how do I get engine instance? How do I find it? So it's not like static instance, so I need to find it somewhere. Pick definition. So not definition, my bad. Pick references. Ooh, how many references? Application. And we found where it's where you can access this in application. Or even better, I think there's, yeah, it's current. Where does current? Get current. That's it. We found how to get engine. Same goes for Windows. Same goes for, actually no, for application. You can't really get application for whatever reason. You can't. So store it yourself in your own code. But it's done. Second of all, if you want to know how stuff works, you can use outline. You get a list of all the stuff. And this is about it. Search, go to reference, pick references. Like pick and go to definition. Even go to implementation, like all this right click stuff. Search. All you need to do, well, and outline. That's all you need to do to do basic research, which takes almost no time, way less time than you will have to spend waiting for someone to answer you. So again, I didn't answer yet. Whoop. But let's elaborate. Are we sure it's only a constant? We have emissive. Can we get emissive as a texture? We can. We can. Yes, we can. Done. It took me no time to find it out. Ctrl F, emissive. And I found it. Yes, emissive works. Scroll a bit down, find emissive shaders. Because emissive is basically, it's a shader, and because it's a shader, we can find information about emissive in H3D shader. Makes sense? Makes sense. Why people don't use basic logic on how to find this stuff? Beyond me. It takes no time. It's super easy. but people don't do this. They rather ask her and irritate me. Well, thank you guys. I hope if someone sees it, I hope they'll take those basic principles and will roll with them and will start to utilize them properly and stop asking stupid questions. Thank you.